Hisoka and Illumi were seated in a dimly lit room, surrounded by an unsettling silence. Hisoka looked serious, his expression almost pensive, while Illumi sat calmly, subtly scanning the room. "My dear Illumi," said Hisoka, his voice low and measured, "I think it's time for us to go our separate ways." Illumi's face remained stoic, as he continued to subtly scan the room, searching for something. "What makes you say that?" he asked, his voice remaining steady. "I just don't think we're compatible," replied Hisoka, his tone grave. "You're always so preoccupied, constantly searching for something else, and I need someone who can give me their full attention." Illumi nodded absently, still looking around the room, seemingly unfazed by Hisoka's words. "I understand," he said, "but have you seen my vape? I can't seem to find it anywhere." Hisoka's frustration began to mount as Illumi's attention remained focused on the search for his vape. "Illumi, can you please focus for just a moment? This is important," he implored. Illumi nodded once again, but his eyes continued to dart around the room, searching for his vape. "Yes, of course," he replied nonchalantly, "go ahead." Hisoka took a deep breath, his gaze falling on a desk of cards. Without a word, he reached out and pulled a card from the deck, fidgeting with it restlessly. "Illumi," said Hisoka, his voice tinged with frustration, "I just can't take this anymore. I can't continue in this relationship if you're always so distracted and uninterested in what I have to say." Illumi's head snapped up, finally taking notice of the gravity of the situation. "I'm sorry," he said, "what did you say?" Hisoka's patience was at an end, and he grabbed the nearest object, flinging it at Illumi with all his might. As the object hurtled towards Illumi's face, Hisoka realized too late that it was his own vape that he had mistaken for something else in his rage. Illumi looked up, startled, as the vape pen bounced off his forehead and clattered to the ground. Hisoka let out a deep sigh and stood up, walking out of the room without a word. Illumi sat there for a moment, still in shock. Then he got up and started searching for his vape pen once again, accepting that it might be lost forever. As for Hisoka, he knew he had made the right decision, even if it meant losing something he once cherished.